Hey everyone, this is Alex Moersen with Innovation in Tech Today here at Denver Comic-Con 2018. I am joined today by Darryl McDaniels, also known as DMC of Run-DMC. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Just to start off, I was wondering if you could explain how a hip-hop icon such as yourself finds himself at Denver Comic-Con.
It's a very good question, but an easy one to answer.
Yeah.
Before hip-hop came over the bridge into Queens from the Bronx in the 70s. Before 70s rock radio and 70s folk rock radio on the radio in New York City in the 70s. All I did before I even paid attention to music was read, collect, and draw comic books.
Really?
Yes. First comic book was kindergarten. I didn't know what the hell I was buying, but I got to walk to the store with my brother. Make sure you hold your brother's hand, because they were already into comic books. They was, older than me. And I remember just going in and I saw a Batman comic book.
Yeah.
And it was just something about Batman. I was young, but I understood Batman. I knew what that, and it just looked badass. So that was the first thing that I brought, took it home and read what words I could read. Yeah. But it was just, when I looked into that comic book, emotionally, spiritually, and sonically, it did something to me. Yeah. So now I'm in the comics. So now I want to go with my brother every time they went to the candy store, the drugstore. But then fast forward, I started out drawing the stick figures. Yeah. The stick figures with the horns and the wrinkled tape is Batman. Yeah. The stick figure with the S on it, on the line is Superman. But then, first grade, second grade, I found out about tracing paper. Okay. So I started tracing, the covers of the books. But DC was cool. Batman, Superman, Justice League. But then when I started buying Marvel comic books,
that's where it took off.
Yeah, Stan Lee was brilliant because he had the superheroes in New York.
Yep.
So now, when I open up a comic book, I'm seeing the city that I live in. So it's real to me. Yeah. So that just totally captivated me, and I became a huge collector of Marvel comic books. When you look at my career, why do you think I always had to let y'all know I'm DMC and I come from Queens? I'm the king of rock, I come from Queens, because Spider-Man lived in Queens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That all of that bugged me out. Yeah. So I'm growing up, I'm reading these comic books, these Marvel comic books, collecting DC on and off, because Flash was one of my favorites to read and draw. Okay. But it was officially DC. So that was from second grade to about 8th grade. And in 8th grade, something interesting happened. I heard my first live hip-hop on a cassette tape. And hearing that hip-hop music did the same thing that the Batman comic book had done to my body. My DNA and everything was, my molecular structure was affected by that. Yeah. So at first, I paid attention to the hip-hop thing because of what it made me feel. But it wasn't an aspiration of mine. Yeah. Because even then I was, whoa, what is this hip hop thing? But I'm still into my comic books. That was my main love. And then when I finally started noticing the block parties and the DJs DJing in the neighborhood, made me pay a little bit more attention. But I'm still into the comic books and stuff like that. Yeah. And then it was just the floodgates opened up of all this live hip hop music coming in from the Bronx, Africa Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash and the First Five, Treacherous 3, Cold Crush 4, Jazzy 5 MCs, the Force MCs before there was an R&B group called the Force MDs. And when the floodgates of hip hop opened up, it wasn't showbiz to me. It was, oh shoot, you can tell stories about who you are over music. Yeah. So I just started writing all these rhymes. Okay. And every time I was writing a rhyme, all I was doing was pretending to be the most powerful entity in the hip-hop universe. Yeah. It was all make-believe or pretend to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now people are going back to listen to the, to the early records. King of Rock is a perfect example. Crash through walls, come through floors, bust through ceilings and knock down doors. Rappers don't do that. Superheroes do that.
Yeah.
And everything I started speaking, you know, I'm the devastating mic controller. You know what I'm saying? Thor is the son of Odin. So I'm the son of Biford, brother of Al. Banner's my mother and Run's my pal. It's McDaniels, not McDonald's. These rhymes are Darryl's, those burgers are Ronald's. I ran down my family tree. So I was just writing all these stories about me pretending to be this superhero type guy on the microphone.
That's awesome.
So that being said, that's what got me right here. My world, my secret world, my other realm, the other dimension that I existed in manifests itself here in my physical world here, which is a beautiful thing, and that's why I'm here.
That's awesome. And so, you know, you said that as a kid you drew your own comics and everything.
Yeah.
Do you remember, you know, maybe the first time you tried to make your own original comic?
Yeah, I was in, I know I was young. I probably was in, I wasn't even leaving the block yet. I probably was in 4th grade, I think. I think I was in 4th grade. And with the tracing paper, it had my skills at a higher level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was born artistic, but I didn't know that. So me and my brother both would try to make our own comics, and his would never come out right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he was a little older than me, too. So, you know, I think for me, what I felt from the comics was a powerful catalyst to allowing me to become not to master the art, but, you know, I'm tracing Captain America Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man. I'm tracing, you know, those covers, and I guess it was practice.
Yeah.
Now I could just not use the tracer paper. I could look at the cover and do it. So, but when I did, I forgot what my character was when I first did my own comic book, but it was really, really good. And I'm so pissed off that I didn't save it.
Oh, so it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe one day you'll find it.
Yeah, but when I was doing it, the reason why I talk about that like that, when I was doing it, I never thought I would be doing my own comic book.
Yeah.
I'm a kid. I did my own comic. Right, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to go ride my skateboard and stuff like that. But I never envisioned myself doing a comic book myself.
Yeah.
Because it was my private world. And look, I went to Catholic school my whole life.
Yeah.
So I got teased and bullied and picked on because that's one strike against you.
Yeah.
You go to Catholic school. The other strike against me until I started making my records and talking about it proudly was I wore glasses.
Oh, yeah.
So come down, I'm going to Catholic school, I wear a uniform, I got a big yellow and blue book bag that says St. Pascal Baylon Elementary School.
Yep.
And now I wear glasses.
Yeah.
So my whole life was, hey, 4 eyes,
hey,
spectacles, hey, binoculars. But when I got to hip hop now, that's what's so powerful about this hip hop thing.
Yeah.
I had all these powers and skills and abilities in me, but nowhere to release it. Yeah. All the imagination, the creativity, the art from comic book, character development, imagination, education, combined with creativity, allowed me to have a real manifestation. And what I mean by that was everything that was weak about me, I rhymed on records like it was the most powerful thing ever and shut everybody down. I'm DMC in the place to be, and I wear my glasses so I can see. D's for doing it all of the time. N's for the rhymes that are mine. C's for cool ass can be. I'm gonna say, why you wear those glasses? I will go so I can see. Oh shoot. So now people that didn't even wear glasses wanted to wear glasses because I had made it cool. And the whole thing with the comic books for me is pretend, fantasy, and imagination is real. Even Albert Einstein, the smartest man in history, one of them, or if not the smartest man in history, said, this is a quote, imagination is more important than knowledge. And I'm a living example that that's true. How? Marvel comic books also, besides making me feel good about my traumatic existence as a little nerdy Catholic school kid that read comic books that wore glasses, besides making me feel good, Marvel comic books also taught me something about how to survive in this real world here. If you notice with Marvel comic books, it taught me to find yourself, and this set me up for hip hop, define yourself with an adjective, then tell the world who you are. For example, the amazing,
Spider-Man,
the incredible,
Hulk,
the invincible, invincible,
Iron Man.
Yes. So now, that's all in me, right? So now this hip-hop thing comes now.
Yeah.
So now I'm mild-mannered Catholic school kid Darryl McDaniels. The initials of my name is DMC. D from Darryl, MC from McDaniels.
Yeah.
But when I step on that microphone, I become this super-powered being.
Yeah.
So now DMC, Darryl McDaniels, is no longer Darryl McDaniels. I transform. I literally transform into the devastating mic-controlling DMC. Or I transform into, I was sitting there one day and I was like, okay, Thor is the son of Odin from Asgard. He got a brother named Loki, and he got a hammer. I'm Darryl from Hollis. I got a father named Bifred, a brother named Alfred, and I got a mic.
Okay.
So like he's son of Odin, I became son of Bifred.
Oh, yeah.
On the next record, you know, I could be the microphone master. Like my whole career, I was always giving myself these alter egos.
Yeah.
But not for real. But it was for real, which is crazy. And you know, I go to speak to a lot of kids now. Everything that I was pretending to be, I became. When I walked this earth, Diddy, Eminem, Jay-Z, they don't go Darryl or DMC. Yo, the King walked in the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just playing.
Yeah.
But I know everywhere, yo, what's up, King?
Yeah.
Like, so look at that power there. So the whole thing with this make-believe is real. I tell kids, look, if somebody ever says you into that corny make-believe stuff, you stand. I got a lot of kids in trouble. You stand up on your desk in the middle of a class and you beat your chest like King Kong and you say, you're goddamn right, I'm into this pretend make-believe stuff. Because look at those words, make-believe.
Yeah.
Oh, you're into that fantasy make-believe stuff. Make the world believe who you really are.
Yeah.
I made the world believe I'm the king of rock. I made the world believe I'm the devastating mic controlling DMC.
Yeah.
I made the world believe I'm and it's all because of comic books.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, now I'm revealing my secret. And people are sitting back, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And even on King of Rock, the Easter eggs was there. 1985, Run, who was DJ Run, he's a Reverend now.
Yeah.
But before he became Reverend Run, he was DJ Run, because he liked to DJ and he liked to rap. On King of Rock, he said, I'm DJ Run, I could scratch. I didn't say I'm DMC, I could rap. I said I'm DMC, I could draw. So now everybody's like, yeah, that's right. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
So all of it was all there. The comic books allowed me to be so dominant in that realm.
Yeah.
And then I was so dominant in that realm that all of that energy still needed to be re-manifested somewhere.
Yeah.
So how the whole comic book thing came about, 3 years ago, I go for a music meeting.
Okay.
Because now I'm in music. You know what I'm saying? What happened with me, I put down my drawing pencil and picked up the rhyme writing pen. Because now, the same way I used to draw, the feeling, it's all about feeling of expression. I'm drawing for me, but now I'm writing for y'all.
Yeah.
But it's just the exact same thing. So it wasn't like, let me write rhymes and draw. Because now I'm just writing these rhymes and they working.
Yeah.
Like when I was drawing, I would draw a dope picture my mother and father would put on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
That was enough for me. But now the refrigerator is much bigger because it's the world.
Yeah.
And what I was doing could connect, even if people can't rap or sing or draw, when you see something that's created and manifested, that is you, you're going to completely be attracted to it.
Yeah.
So I go for a music meeting.
Okay.
Up in Atlantic Records, and a young man named Riggs Morales, who was Eminem's, by the way, Eminem, comic books down like us, geeks and nerds are cool, Eminem's one. So I go meet with Riggs Morales about some music, and he says, yo, I'm usually very professional. I never act like this. I never fan out. And he used these words. But DMC, man, you was like my superhero, man. The way you looked and the way you sounded, the rhymes that you wrote. And he just asked me, what was it like when he was a little kid? And I said, well, I went to Catholic school my whole life. And then I said, all I used to do is read, draw, and collect comic books. He said, comic books?
Yeah.
I was like, comic book. He said, comic books? And I said, yeah, comic books. We sat there for 3 hours and we talked about comic books.
No way.
Because the music thing, my music is, DMC's dope, the way he looked and this, hip hop in general, all of it.
Yeah.
We thought we just had that in common. It was a deeper thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because before hip hop, he was in the comics too.
Yeah.
So now we thinking it's the hip hop thing that's got us connected. No, it started with these comic books.
Yeah.
And he said, yo, you should do a comic book. And I said, no.
You said no.
Right.
Why'd you
Here's
hesitate?
why.
Okay.
Because I said, I don't want to be another rapper thinking just because I had hit records, I could do everything. Because hip hop has a habit of making money off of other genres and mediums and cultures and not supporting it. Let me make $50 billion off this and on to the next thing. Yeah. So I'm a geek and a nerd from day one. I don't want to do nothing disrespectful to culture.
Totally.
Oh, so now DMC's trying to make comic books and like he sold records. Nope, not me. They're not going to put that one on me. And Riggs laughed. He said, oh, that's real funny. But he said, yo, D, it's different if you do it. And I said, why? He said, because your first love is comic books. Yeah. This is not DMC, I did what I did with music, and because I like comic books, I'm going to go try to sell comic books.
Yeah.
He said, and this would kill me. You could do the same thing with a book. He said, you could do the same thing with a book and even more of what you've been doing with your music all these 35 years. And I was like, what? Educate, motivate, entertain, and excite people. All right, you got me now. Like, I can do the same thing I've been doing with my rhymes. So now, with a record, you make the record, you put concepts, images, where you're going with it. But with a comic book, they can hold it in their hand. Yeah. The record is exhilarating with sound, but with the comic book, you're dealing with more senses. Touch, sight, and the number one thing that brings all of that is the emotions. So I never thought about that. Like, you sitting there, you reading a comic book, when something sad happens, you're gonna feel the sadness. Yeah. Then on the next page, I was like, whoa, that's how this works. So he said, yo, D, you should do a comic book. And I said, okay, I'll do it if we do it as a tribute and a celebration of what makes all comic books dope. Okay. So I still wasn't winning. So he said, I'm gonna do something for you. He took me to the New York City Comic Con. Okay. He said, D, in October, I'm gonna take you somewhere. So he takes me to the New York City Comic Con. And when I walked in those doors, it was crazy because...
Was that your first Comic-Con?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I gotta be that one. Could be the smaller one. It had to be that one. And what was crazy about it was, it wasn't just the comic book. It was all the TV shows I grew up with. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It was the Fred Flintstones and the Monsters and I Dream of Jeannie and all the movies, Star Wars and Back to the Future. Like, it was everything, because we are all products of pop culture. Me coming home from Catholic school, before I even picked up my comic book, it was sit down, do your homework first, eat your dinner. While you're eating your dinner, you're watching Tom and Jerry. Yep. You're watching the Flintstones. You're watching Woody Woodpecker. You're watching the Monsters. Yep. You're watching the Addams Family. You know what I'm saying? All the little kids was watching I Dream of Jeannie because you wanted to see Jeannie's boobs. I mean, we said, I like Colonel Nelson. Oh, you were watching that. But, those are the things as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked in there, it was like, in the Marvel movies when Iron Man does that and the armor comes on him. Yeah. So it was like I was walking around with all my armor for all these years because I didn't abandon it. It just I didn't need to put on my Iron Man suit because I'm doing the hip hop thing. Yeah. But when I walked back into the Comic Con, it all
came back to you.
All of it came back. Yeah. So now I got the hip hop thing I've been doing for 30 years. Combined with the 15 years of training up in the mountains like Bruce Wayne did before he did. So now I'm this lethal weapon. Yeah. And, I went to the New York City Comic Con and he started telling me about the cons. But the first thing that we had to do was put out a good book. Of course. And we put out a good book, and that's what got me here at the Denver Comic Con speaking to you.
Sweet. And so I was wondering, so we're looking at DMC. What do you hope fans learn from this series? You know, because you
Right.
talk so much about the emotions that these can
Right.
carry and the lessons and the education. You know, what do you hope fans gain from DMC?
Everything that they're going through personally, everything that they're going through spiritually, everything that they're going through politically, I want them to see answers, possibilities, and also not to be ashamed of themselves and who they are. Because a lot of people become something else to be accepted. I've never done that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people look at hip hop, oh, you gotta be gangster and you gotta have tattoos and you gotta say cuss words and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Me, Run-DMC, we changed the world without glorifying violence, using bad words and this and that. And even though we wasn't like a political group, like we wasn't political or overtly social warriors like a Public Enemy, like a Terrorist One, or Poor Righteous Teachers or X-Clan, the way we presented what people thought was corny was more powerful than all that gangster stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to, you know, it's like if you're a dude and you like the Powerpuff Girls, let the world know that.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to feel that they're alone, especially with all the suicides going on, substance abuse, the whole bullying issue, this and that. Like, even though I got bullied and teased, a perfect example is even though I was getting bullied and teased because I drew and wore glasses and like comic books, every time it came time for class projects, who the bully was coming to, your DMC, man, can you do my cover for me? And I could have said no, but that wasn't even thought because I like to draw. So now the bully sees something that is cool in me, even though it wasn't valued to him in his negative life. So with this, what we want to do with this book here is find a way to address all the issues, the political issues, the religious issues, on cancer, diabetes, homophobia, this whole Trump thing, you know, all of these outstanding problems and stuff like that. Because comic books from my era in the 70s used to do that. You know, the X-Men is an example of racism and bias and this and that. I remember, I didn't know this though, but there was an issue where they turned Lois Lane black so she could go. There's an actual comic book that DC did where Lois Lane goes in the machine and gets turned black. This is crazy, right? You can do it in a comic. Just to go see how, you know, that community, those people were living and stuff like that. But since I come from hip hop, you know what I'm saying, one of the things one of my advantages is this. When Run-DMC did Walk This Way, and Steven Tyler took the mic stand and knocked down the wall that was separating us, people say, that didn't just happen in a movie, that happened in the world. We brought white people and black people together. You know, rock was over here, punk was over there, man. We were all separate. But then when we got together with Aerosmith, you know, me and the white rock kid and the black hip hop kid from Holland realized we had the same. It was all the same. So hopefully I want to bring people together, and I don't want people to be afraid to tell their truth. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? I was never in a gang. I don't want to go to jail. I never sold drugs. So you give me the mic, I'm going to tell you, my name is DMC from Hollis, Queens. I love eating chicken and collard greens. There's nothing gangster about that, but because I said it, whoa. That's the hardest rhyme ever, people told me. Look, I told kids, I made a record about Christmas. I made a record about Christmas that's going to play more than the record of the guy that you like out now for the last 3 years. In 4 years, they're not going to want to hear him. I'm going to be dead and gone before the cockroaches die. The cockroaches are going to die before people stop listening to my Christmas song. I want people to see the power. I mean, it sounds cliche or whatever that word is. I want you to read my book and see the power that you have in yourself.
And so, that's awesome. And my final question here before we run out of time. Every superhero has an iconic theme song. Have you ever thought about what DMC, the superhero, what his theme song would sound like?
Yes, I have. It would sound like Led Zeppelin meets Public Enemy. Yeah, and it would probably start, I'm actually working on it right now.
Could you give us a little?
Yes, it would start with, I represent all the nerds and geeks. Where's DMC when he's not in the streets? You can find me at the Comic Con Don't think I'm weak cause I'm super strong. I was down in the dumps feeling less than zero. My mama said, son, you are a superhero. My daddy said, son, you have superpowers. But it's okay, son, you're still ours. You was born in the storm up in the heights to perform, write songs, and rock the mic. Just like the rhyme, you're one of a kind. Born divine with a magical mind. Straight out of Harlem like the hollers. Hard is hard. Raised up in Hollis with the voice of God. Rice High School is where you dwell. That's where you learn how to raise some hell. I took 3 trains and 2 city buses to learn how to rock like the Cold Crush Crushers. The initials of my name is DMC, and I am here to fulfill this prophecy. A real superhero's always ready for a fight, showing no fear in the darkest of night. Darkest of night, I realize that I got a gift, and I'm the wrong man to be messing with. A real superhero's always ready for a fight, killing all the wrongs by doing what's right. I realize that I got a gift, and I'm the wrong motherfucker to be with.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the right for it.
Yeah. Well, that was.
You have to beat that if kids are listening.
Yeah, totally.
Beep, Daddy, what did he say? Don't worry about it, son. Listen to the rest of it.
Well, Darryl, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you.
This has been Alex Moersen with Darryl McDaniels, DMC, live at Denver Comic Con 2018.
Yo, check it out, y'all. This is me, DMC, in the place to be. And I know a lot about places to be. And the only place you should ever be is right here with Innovation Tech today.